In more challenging economic times, job announcements are sparse and all the more welcome. We attended a press conference of Business Objects, an SAP company that is bringing some light to what is now a more difficult employment landscape.
With a combined workforce in Ireland of 1,000 personnel, Business Objects SAP has chosen Ireland for its latest venture, an investment of €29 million. While the additional 100 jobs is always welcome, it is not just the increased headcount that is particularly pleasing, but the fact that this is an R&D facility and Ireland is winning additional high-value projects from its existing multinational residents.
I think it's a great vote of confidence for Ireland, and most particularly when we listen to what has been said here this afternoon. There are many reasons why they came here. First of all, because they've had a good experience here for a number of years, and secondly, because we are flexible and we're able to turn around their project as quickly as possible. And thirdly, the fact that they, as a company globally, are now looking at new opportunities, and they see investing in Dublin at the highest level of research and development. Cutting-edge technology is where they want to be, and they feel that they can reach that and attain that here in Dublin.
Acquired in January by SAP, the merger has brought together two majors in global software, SAP in enterprise software and Business Objects in business intelligence. Once termed data mining, business intelligence provides the means to make sense out of vast amounts of data held by organisations, turning data into information and insights upon which more accurate business decisions can be made.
Well, business intelligence has evolved in the marketplace around technology and back office systems that people have had for years. They've invested heavily in systems like CRM, ERP and in data. So they've invested heavily in these systems and created a wealth of information and data within organisations. And people found that to get access to that information and value from that information, they struggled to provide proper tools to do that. So business intelligence has evolved as a mechanism to interact with these systems, extract data from these systems and provide better information and data across the organisation to business users and front-end people.
Having chosen Ireland as the location of its shared services operation just 4 years ago, Business Objects' 200 personnel drawn from 18 countries focuses on providing administrative support services for the company throughout what is known in business parlance as the EMEA region, Europe, the Middle East and Africa. And their decision to locate this operation here illustrates the holistic approach taken to high-value investment decisions.
I think when companies are looking at locating in an overseas country, they look at a list of about 20 items. They score against them. Cost happens to be one of the items, but it's only one. It varies from project to project. Sometimes cost is 10%, sometimes 30%. But much more importantly is the value that's added. The skills availability is much more important than cost issues.
Where traditionally business intelligence sought to make sense of historic data, the product has evolved from a rear-view analysis of events to dynamic and a predictive capability that now allows organisations better deal with the here and now and better planning for the future. Business Objects Research Facility will be cutting edge and will play an instrumental role in the development of a new generation of technologies and the adaptation of social networking principles to business planning.
The R&D activities that we are going to run here for Business Objects are around the performance optimization applications. This is we're working right now on the new generation of performance optimization applications. And one of the areas that we're looking at is how can we bring social networks, this Web 2.0 concept, within the enterprise. The idea is not to make a Biboo or a Facebook for the enterprise. The idea is how can we use the social network concepts around the collaboration, around the strategy alignment between strategy and execution, how can we use this concept within those applications?
As head of the Business Objects R&D operation, Frederick Daniel's own research began long before, and he has already been in talks with universities and related organisations to make sure that all important personnel, skills and talent are in supply, and convinced of the case, the decision was made. So what can prospective Business Objects SAP employees look forward to?
Well, it is a difficult market at the moment in Ireland in terms of getting highly skilled, highly qualified people for specialist roles. However, within SAP, we feel that we have the right items to attract these people to join our company. SAP would have been listed in the best companies to work for in 2007, and Business Objects is again listed in 2008. And as part of that, it shows that Business Objects and SAP are a company that are very focused on teamwork, open communications, working closely with their employees, and that's what these new employees can expect. Also, the technology that our new developers will be working on is very highly innovative, exciting, and we're hoping that will be the item that will attract these people to come and work with us.
In many ways, the Business Objects SAP decision signifies Ireland's proposition as a location for foreign direct investment, and more importantly, it may send a signal to other potential entrants.
Over the past number of years, Ireland has been investing a lot in research and development with the aim of getting academic research and company research in Ireland. We've been on a programme over a number of years, have won a significant number of projects, and today's announcement by Business Objects SAP is a further endorsement of that policy to win high-end investment for Ireland. And I think it's fair to say that on the strength of backing the Business Objects project, that we will actually win a few more projects purely by using that as a reference.
Significant to the Business Objects SAP decision was the performance of its existing operations in Ireland, and local management played a crucial role in landing the project.
I think that this really was a collaborative effort. It took commitment from the management team, both on the SAP and the Business Objects side, in close collaboration and cooperation with IDA, with whom we've had a great relationship both on the SAP front and the Business Objects front. We've worked with them from the inception of both organisations. So, this really enabled us to to convince and show our broader management that Ireland has a critical role to play. And I think the history, the fact that now in the combination we've got 1,000+ seasoned professionals here, like we've got now a very successful tenure here, it was a logical add-on, it was a logical addition.
Of course, fundamental to any expansion is a growing market, and recent research by Gartner shows business intelligence is set to grow by over a whopping 8.5% globally for the next 5 years. As number one in the space worldwide, Business Objects' client base continues to expand, and reflecting that is the Irish performance and a recent landmark contract with Bank of Ireland.
Business Objects as a tool set is cross-industry, so we'll work across any different vertical, whether it's financial services, public sector, pharma, manufacturing. So in Ireland, as we said, we've got 500 customers, and that's cross-industry. Now, we're extremely strong in the financial services sector, public sector and manufacturing. The public sector then is a really strong and growing market for us, so we see and anticipate huge growth in the public sector market over the next few years. If you think we've recently signed the largest SAP Business Objects deal globally out of Ireland here with Bank of Ireland, so it's a huge deal, probably the biggest business intelligence deal done in Ireland to date. And Bank of Ireland making an investment like that in Business Objects, they don't make that investment lightly. And investments like that from Business Objects obviously add a lot of benefits to customers who are going to make a decision. It obviously adds a lot of credibility, lowers the risk and adds a lot of stability as well.
For Business Objects SAP, today's announcement is the culmination of a process that now sees it expand its operation in Ireland with the prospect of further potential and opportunity.
Certainly to the SAP business in Ireland, it adds another reason why for example, our salespeople can go out and say we've invested further, Business Objects has invested further, SAP has invested further in Ireland. From an employee perspective, it now gives one further opportunity for SAP employees and also for Business Objects employees to further their own careers. If they had an interest before in development and felt that they didn't have the opportunities to realise that interest, they now do have those opportunities, and especially in research and development. So I think it's really good for not only for customers in Ireland, for business in Ireland, but also for the employees that we have in Ireland as well.
While much of our existing multinational players are of US origin, SAP Business Objects' antecedents are German and French, with the likelihood for the IDA that this announcement will assist in attracting more interest and more opportunity from other high-value operations in those markets.
Well, no doubt the Irish government will be hoping that other organisations see Ireland as a winning location and maybe, like Business Objects, apply their business intelligence, see the broader picture and the value that can be generated from an operation in Ireland. This is Barry Keane for Ireland on Business at the Business Objects and SAP Company press conference in Dublin.